So how you doing? Did you watch my last video? Hopefully you did. When I checked it last, it says 2 views. Yeah, that video was 32 minutes long. I watched 2 seconds. I was originally very upset about that. But now those people who watched 2 seconds are now my new best friends because they're the only people who actually watched any time from the video. So, thank you, whoever you are. Also, I am the chosen one. So, I was in the backyard of my house cleaning up some rocks and stuff and moving them out of the way so the yard could be prepped to put mulch all over it because we're cleaning it up and fixing it and planting things. And I just found a piece of bamboo with my name on it. And I kept it, brought it inside, and put Mod Podge over my name to preserve it because I noticed when I rubbed my hand on the name, it rubbed off a little bit of the ink. So I Mod Podged it, and so now it's preserved and nice, and so now it's my weapon because I'm the chosen one. Because there's a random bamboo stick in the yard with my name on it. And I don't remember anything about it, so that's cool. So I do have the books for this week's video. I have another trilogy, and it's these books. I don't know if you can see them in the frame or not. I really have no idea. I had checked it, but for all I know, the camera could have tilted, and cool. And you're going to see them anyway when I pick them up, so it doesn't really matter. So I have all my notes here, and I'm going to do the timestamps again like I did last week, and so I can have everything split up. So if you want to read the first book and not know anything about the next ones, cool, you don't have to watch the entire video yet. And stuff like that. So you can listen to the first book to get yourself an idea of what the book is about and see if you want to get the series. You can read the first book if you get it, and then you can watch the review for the second one, and then read that one. Watch the review for the third one, then read that one. I don't know how you want to do that, but here is what I got for you. I tried my best. I used the back a little bit. And they're really short, and I don't have much to add on each one. I'm going to talk about the major things at the end, so I'm going to have a timestamp for that too, so that you know when I actually start talking about the stuff that I usually talk about, like how long and what age and stuff like that. And I sometimes put in a little bit of the genre in there. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the genre now. I don't have a lot of info on it because I know there's genres and subgenres, and I don't know what each one is, so I just call everything a genre at this point because that's what it kind of is to me. So yeah, so I have this series which I was telling you about, and it's the first book is called Angelfall, and the second one's World After, and then it's End of Days. It is by a woman named Susan Yee. It's 2 E's, 2 capital E's that are her last name. And I just called her a lady with 2 E's most of the time. Or I just said Susan E. because, yeah. And my mom looked it up, the pronunciation, and it said Yee, which is really weird. And so it's some kind of Asian last name. That's why it's kind of strange. But I have the summary for Angelfall. And so this one is one we found randomly in Second and Charles. And I was like, oh, this is something I would definitely read. And then I looked it up after I had got it. And it turned out to be a trilogy. And so I kind of just waited to read it and read some other things I had that were just single novels until I got the others. And so this is actually bigger compared to the other ones, and it's weird. And my mom says that it looks like it was self-published, the way everything is, and there's no company that published it, and the cover even looks weird up here. It says original first edition, so I don't know. She says looks self-published, and I kind of agree with her, even though I haven't really seen a self-published book, but this makes sense because there's no company that it was published with. And that's kind of weird. And so when I got the other two, all 3 of them in the same style, edition, same company published them were there and all great in condition. I got the last two. So whoever was looking for the entire series and there was just the first one there, I'm very sorry. Because I just kind of stole them because I needed them to read because this was amazing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the summary for here, which is just right here. It's real short. They're all real short. So, the angels of the apocalypse have been on Earth for weeks. People have joined up in gangs and try to sell angel parts such as feathers. Like, they're really expensive. It's like this currency going on because their angels are there. So, yeah. 17-year-old Penryn's younger sister. Yeah, Penryn is 17, not her younger sister. Let's just clarify that. Her younger sister was kidnapped by angels for an extremely unknown reason. Penryn will do anything to get her sister back, which just happens to be making a deal with an angel. So as I said, this is a self-published book, most likely. And there's also stuff on the back about Rafi, which he's the angel who she ends up making a deal with. Because when she found him, he was being beat up by other angels. And I won't tell you much about him. Just the fact that he's one of those characters that I wish were real. I wish all the book characters were real at this point. Because there's a lot of them I wish I could be best friends with. But I can't because they're fictional. And it's killing me that they're fictional. Why can't they be real? This is every reader's problem, isn't it? It's not just me. It's everyone, isn't it? Great. But I don't really have much on each individual book other than that. I just about murdered my computer. That's great. And also, the covers, they all have this different wings kind of design. And you'll see what I did with the bookmark. I actually took this wing kind of thing from all the covers, because each one, this is like metal mechanical wings that look like they came from the Greek mythology story of, I don't remember the guy's name. It starts with a D, I'm pretty sure. I'll probably put it on the screen, but he made the labyrinth with the Minotaur and everything, and there was the woman who could see through and see a trail to get through the labyrinth, because the labyrinth is really strange. The labyrinth is a really strange place, and time passes differently and all that. And so he made the labyrinth, and he made several different other kinds of things that were ahead of the time frame, including these mechanical wings that actually work to make you fly. It worked somewhat, but he was still trying to perfect it, and it was taking a while, and it was actually pretty dangerous at some point in the story that I remember hearing from when I read Percy Jackson. But that's what those wings remind me of. And then the second book has demon wings. And there's a reason for that, because of the book, what's happening in this one. But, yes. So, also, the summary. Penryn has finally gotten to her sister, but Paige, her sister, that's her sister's name, thinks she's a monster, so she runs away and is missing again. Penryn searches practically everywhere, but not only can she not find Paige, but also all the people and the angels are nowhere to be seen. So this one is a bit bigger, but also this one is smaller, like shorter wise. Shortness. I cannot use words. And I don't really have anything to say for this one. Okay, that was about the author thing I was just staring at. Okay, so then here's the last one. Which this one is just feathers in kind of the shape of a wing, of wings. This is the end of days. So the summary, I'm not even going to pick up the computer, I'm just going to read it. The angels want the apocalypse to happen, and Penguin and Rafi are trying to stop them. The humans have teamed up to go against the angels, but no one knows which side will come out victorious. So that's basically the summaries. I know that was pretty short to go through and everything, but I just wanted to get the summaries out and then go on to the major stuff I wanted to talk about. So age ranges, this is definitely a teen series because of, it's got a little bit adult things they kind of joke around about, like, I'm not going to mention, but it just has like that kind of thing to it because she is 17 and it's an apocalyptic world. So yeah, it makes sense. And there is romance, which is one of the big reasons why I love this trilogy so much. And there's a lot of violence. Okay, and then rating, so this is definitely a 9 out of 10, almost 10, somewhere like 9.5. This was really good. So, genres. Like I said, I was going to go a little bit more into this. So, it's apocalyptic. The world is falling apart. Cities are being destroyed because of the angels being here. And the angels are jerks. That is the only word I can use to describe them. Because they are jerks. But some of them actually aren't too bad. And you'll learn that if you do decide to read this. And so there's the romance, there's apocalyptic, there's all this. And they're trying to do the apocalypse from Revelations in the Bible. This is what it's all based off of, is the Revelations book in the Bible of when the apocalypse comes, when everyone is chosen to either go to heaven or deep in the ground. And I don't know if any of these people watching knows, but there's like a movie called Left Behind. And I don't even know how I still remember this because it was years ago I watched this. And I just happened to be in the room when my parents watched it. It was when people were just disappearing there. And it was because they were being brought to heaven and others were being left behind. So that's why it's called Left Behind. And I'm pretty sure it was originally a book series and there's a lot of books to it. I just haven't read them myself or actually came across them that often. I think I've only seen them once and they were in my church library. But it's just this Revelations kind of thing. They're trying to bring these creatures and monsters that are mentioned in Revelations that are supposed to come into the world for this apocalypse kind of thing. And why I mentioned in my last video in the end saying what I'm going to do for next week is it's similar to Supernatural. Because if you watch Supernatural is a TV show that just recently ended in 2019 and it has 15 seasons, which is absolutely ridiculous. But it is an amazing TV show. It's about fighting demons and ghosts and all that, which I'm not here to promote the TV show, but I'm trying to compare it to this book because there's a storyline that goes on there with demons and the angels are jerks, and the demons are trying to bring the apocalypse, and the angels are trying to just go ahead and have it because it's over with and there should be peace afterwards. So there's all these different things that's similar. And but they have a different angel that is the main character for this thing than in this book series. Because, there's like the angels and then there's like archangels, which are like the main angels that you hear about a lot, like Gabriel and stuff like that. And I think it was like Uriel, or I don't know. I think that's how you say it. I have no idea. But it's basically similar, but this is a lot different, and it's pretty interesting. And a lot of different things happen that I really like. Which, there's a difference between the TV show Supernatural and this book series and how they display the angels, which I'm not really going to explain. It's just except these angels have giant wings and they like to run around shirtless. Okay? I don't know why they do it, but they do. I mean, sometimes they actually put a shirt on or a suit because reasons. But yeah. So that's that. Reading time frame, well, it shouldn't actually take this long to read this trilogy because these books are actually pretty small. I think they're between 200 and 400 pages each. And the chapters are extremely small. So it's like 70 chapters each book. It seems like a lot, but each chapter is like 2, 4 pages, 5 pages, maybe. I don't know why Susan decided to write it like that, but it makes it a lot easier to pause whenever you need to since the chapters are so short. And that's what I really liked about it. Is I was able to pause, but also it makes you feel like you're reading really, really fast because they're so short chapters, and it gives you like this motivation to keep reading, and this was really good, and so it wasn't hard to just keep reading it until I was done. I think it maybe took me around a little over a week to read all 3 of these, just saying, because I'm pretty sure I read them really fast. So the bookmark is way over here. I really am proud of the bookmark I did for this. So I said I took the aspect of the wings from the cover. And this is what I did. I looked up some pictures of wings on Google and stuff, and I found these. And I just basically just kind of copied them. And then I put a little halo above it. And you see I've kind of like have this faded thing going on the edges of this, and I was just trying to do that because if you saw on the books over here, they've got this darkened edge thing going on all around on each book of the wings, and so I was trying to take that in there too, and then I just made it kind of like highlighted and stuff around the wings to make it stand out a bit more. And I'm actually really proud of this bookmark. I know we're not here to talk about my artistic abilities, but it kind of goes along when I make these bookmarks. Because I have put a lot of thought and stuff to a lot of these. Some of them don't look too good, but yeah. So what I actually just remembered I didn't mention is this book series and the next book, the book for next week, are actually the books that I displayed in a Wednesday, like, 12-second video of when I was talking about, I made these bookmarks for these books that I'm going to read next. And I'll just, like, stick it up as a iCard thing in the corner to show you that thing. But yeah, I did that, and I just decided, oh yeah, sure, let's do this, because it was real random, and I was like, sure, let's just put it up there, because I thought it was cool that I made these bookmarks, and I was really proud of them. I worked on them forever, actually, and they looked really good, in my opinion. So that's the series I did, and then I did another, like, it was just a novel. Are you up here? No, I think it's up here. So this is what I'm going to do next week. It's called Roseblood, and it was a really, really, really good book. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you come next week to come learn about it, because it was amazing, I gotta tell you. I just... yeah. So, I guess I'm going to put the form of recommending books to me if you have anything that you would like, that you think I would have an interest in. And you can put that in, you can fill out that form and put it, it's in the description. And I always put it there, no matter what, it's always there. And like I said, I'm going to put timestamps so you can go back and look at things that I've said and all that. And I guess that's all I have for you, so... fly you high, Overlanders.